The guitar to me is, I'm saying right from the classical guitar, the gut string guitar, right through to Hendrix, you know, etc. He was really using it at that particular point in time anyway, and I know more from them, but they're in the shoes of Hendrix if they're really working on all the electronics of it. Well, I would put him there anyway. It's all of that range within in between it. So you've got so many within those 6 strings. One has got, you know, a totally incredible range of what one can get sound-wise. It's just whether you know, it's down to imagination, right. Really.
Definitely.
I mean, you know, you were talking early on about Eddie Van, well, you know, relative to what I've done.
Exactly.
And the only one I can say is like Eddie Van Halen worked out his own technique on the guitar. And there's, you know, it's down to the imagination, you know.
Exactly.
I guess, and well, obviously the technical ability to find out, because I mean, there's a lot of times when you've got the imagination to do something, but the technical ability may not. Sort of, you know, it's you know, that's when the discipline comes in and the fight to get. To, you know, to push forward and stuff. But no, it's that's it. I mean, that's the only way I can put it really. The guitar, from the classical guitar, the gut string right through to the, you know, the furthest the electrical, you know, experiments on it, and all of that in between, all tonal sounds, all the. It's wow, it's. I mean, it's amazing what the guitar can actually do. I mean, crikey, just. I mean, well, one of the things I suppose when you said about sounds and stuff, I mean, bowing the guitar as such. Yeah. I mean, I mean, I've got sounds out of the guitar with the bow that there's no other way that you can do it without the bow.
I know.
But it's still the 6 strings.
I know.
And you know, it's who knows, some of those e-bow things, anything that you can apply to the guitar that works. Well, obviously it's a hit and miss approach. Sometimes, you know, I must admit, with the bow, it doesn't always sort of react if the humidity in the room well, not the room, the hall, so to speak, is a bit of a drag. You know, it's you know. What you can do is just keep rosining that bow. Right. But nevertheless, sometimes, obviously, it's not an arched neck, like a violin or a cello, and sometimes you can actually, you know, come across on a full chord.
For want of a better description, you created a sound with your Les Paul, and I think Eric Clapton did also. And I think
Eric started.
I know you've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But I think that Edward has created a sound with Stratocaster, you know, and vibrato bars that is going to become, you know, again, I hate to use the word a classic in the same way that the sound that you created and the one that Eric did. And, you know,
that's Jeff Beck then?
Jeff Beck is there too, and Jimi Hendrix is there.
Yeah, he's right. What?
No, I meant that. You know.
I mean, I've been listening to the guitarist on MTV. You've got to realise that, you know. And crikey, there's something that sounds like Jeff. It's not true.
That's what
so it's great, you know.
Exactly.
So I mean, you know, that is Jeff. That's Jeff's personality, and people relate to that, and they're emulating it. I won't say imitating. I'll say emulating it. But that is a classic. Van Halen's, as we've already said, he created a technique which is totally personal, and if anyone was to, you know, follow on with that, you know, they can do, but it's still, you know, Van Halen's technique.
Right. But it seems like there was.
You're talking more about the sound, but the sound is still, nevertheless, the sound is very tactile, you know, the guitar. So consequently, well, that's why everyone's doing.
Right. Yeah, but it just seems that in the '60s, the late '60s, that guitar players were easily identifiable. And the point being that you say that people emulate Edward, I think that they all sound...
I didn't say they emulated Edward, you did.
they imitate him. His sound.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Well,
you did.
Okay, I think that guitar.
What I said was, if do you want to run it back and check what I'm going to say right now?
Jimmy,
I'll tell you right now. What I said was with Jeff's attorney. I said I was listening to. Do you want to waste the tape or what? Because I can go through it again. Believe me, I can.
No.
Word for word.
Listen, I'm not going to put anything down.
No,
you don't want me to,
listen. I don't care what you put down. All I'm trying to lift things up. With no one's. What I'm saying is that you've got so many guitarists which come to the forefront as figures or whatever, as like Jeff and you obviously Edward is a great friend of his, and McLaughlin. You can go through all of them, but the ones that you immediately think of when you say guitarist, and if you're hard pressed to put for names playing guitar, you come out with so many of them,
right.
And those are the ones that obviously anyone who's like playing guitar at home, one of those maybe is going to be the one that he relates to.
Right. So
obviously he's going to come, his initial style is going to be relative to that, so. When you say classical, with Eddie Van Halen, I don't know. Classic, maybe, not classical.